Okay, so boys and girls, today's lesson is Envisions 11-7, multiplication as scaling, or in this case, scaling means resizing. We're going to take three notes on three rules. They are a little wordy, so take your time, pause it when you need to. And I am going to say this is one of the more complicated lessons to understand. So the goal for tonight is to take the notes, write a couple of examples down, and then we'll do a lot of the work tomorrow. So first rule is that multiplying a number by a fraction that is less than 1 results in a product less than the number that you started with. For example, 3/4 times 4. 3/4 is less than 1. So you're going to get a product that is less than 3/4. Again, don't get nervous. All right, the second rule is multiplying a number by a fraction greater than 1 results in a product greater than the starting number. That's the easiest one to understand. So if I start with 1.5, which is greater than 1, and I multiply it times 4, I'm going to get an even bigger number. That one makes the most sense, I think, to kids. And then the third and final rule is that multiplying a number by a fraction equal to 1 results in a product equal to the starting number. So if I start with 3/3, which we all know is equal to 1, and I multiply it times 4, I'm going to get a product that equals the starting number. Okay, so again, we'll do a few examples of that. So now I'm going to do 3 examples and explain them and also tell you which rule proves them to be true. So the first example is going to be 3.5 times 2 2/3. And the way we're going to see these set up is something similar to this. So because we're comparing our answer to if it would be greater than, less than, or equal to 2/3. So if I have 3.5 times 2 2/3, I'm telling you right now that 3.5 times 2 2/3, whatever you do this out as, you're going to get an answer that is greater than 2 2/3. And this is proven by Rule 2. Rule 2 stated that if I multiply a number, 2 2/3, by a fraction that's greater than 1, which this is, then my answer will be greater than 2 2/3. You could always do these out to actually see and prove it, but the idea here would be to memorize the rules and to try to get an understanding of those so that you don't have to do that. The next example is going to be 4/5 times 2 2/3. Okay, I'm going to decide if that's going to be greater than, less than, or equal to 2 2/3. So if I multiply 4/5, which is less than 1, times 2 2/3, then my answer is going to be less than 2 2/3, and that is explained to me by Rule 1. And my final example is this: 4 3/5 times 4/4. Is that going to be greater than, less than, or equal to 4 3/5? The answer is equal to, and that's explained to me by Rule 3. We both know, all of us know I should say, that 4 3/5 times 1 is 4 3/5. So obviously these two sides are equal. So again, take a breath, don't get nervous, and tomorrow in class we will do some practice with these and you'll understand them with no problem. Have a great night.